New year, same me. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I wish you all the best going into 2025. And I am going to talk my Sephora purchases of 2024. Wow. You guys, so what I'm wearing on my skin right now, and I think these are my favorite foundations that I bought from Sephora. Now, that doesn't mean that, because I actually probably wore drugstore foundations more often, or even like my Makeup Forever foundation compact or my Salt New York slip tint. So yeah, anyway, but the point is, so the Patrick Ta cream foundation that comes with the powder, this is phenomenal. It really is. It's 2 products in one. You could even use this like concealer, like honestly, yeah. And I traveled with it this year and it just did so well. I went to Germany and England in March and it was winter and cold and my skin looked good the entire time. And this foundation helped. I really do think so. I have shade light 1. I think for summer, I would definitely have to go up 1, but I did wear this today, as well as, so you can see on this side, it's the Patrick Ta, and on this side, it's the Dior. This Dior stick foundation is gorgeous. It truly, truly is beautiful. And I think that if you love a stick foundation and you are okay with spending the money, you don't mind that slight signature Dior scent, you will be so pleased with this. Is it for dry skin more than oily? I mean, I think it's for every skin. But that's coming from me. I mean, if you have if you're very oily, maybe you don't like that feeling of cream products on your face. Okay, and I actually, for their launch of the Sephora collection Reveal the Real, this foundation, I did a featured review on this and I like it. I really like it. It is thinner, you know, it is a lighter coverage. You are not going to get the coverage from this that you get from the other 2, but it is a really good, affordable, lightweight, but long wearing, kind of a radiant finish foundation. So it is nice. I do like this. Powder, lots of powders. I didn't realize. Now, the Refi. This is their water-based powder. And when you first put it on, it feels wet. I don't know if you remember, Revlon used to make one like this. Did Estee Lauder? I feel like there was another one. I feel like this feels more dry on my skin than this one. So the Ciel powder with SPF 30, to me, feels a little bit more radiant, a little bit more kind of giving, not hydration, but just doesn't feel as dry. You would think the water powder would feel more hydrating on the skin, but over my concealer today, I noticed that this felt a little, yeah, I was surprised. 2 foundations that I really loved this year that felt amazing on my skin. Huda Beauty, I got the pink one in the fragrance-free formula because she just launched her bake powders in fragrance-free, and I love this pink one. It is a very light pink. The one size pink is too pink for me. I think that would be for a more light to medium skin tone versus fair to light. This is the perfect amount of pink. And then the Milk Blur powder, which is marketed for an oily skin. It's supposed to be mattifying. This is amazing. This is amazing. It is so finely milled. It feels like heaven on the skin. It is just light and soft and sets the makeup, but doesn't do anything in terms of a powdery appearance. And then one I bought very late in the game is the Say powder. This is their Air Set Radiant Loose Powder. And I gotta say, I really have not used it that much. and it is less radiant than the Laura Mercier Radiant Setting Powder, for sure. It's a very soft radiance. It's barely detectable. Feels nice, just, yeah. This one feels phenomenal, you guys. So the CL SPF 30, this is a really, really good one. Oh, the press powder from Rare Beauty. I just thought that this was not as, this one also has a radiance to it, and I just didn't feel like it had a lot of payoff for me. I was having more fun with my CoverGirl powder. But this is a lovely powder. It just, again, I didn't see much with it, but it's affordable, you know, Rare Beauty. It's so nice. If you're looking for a compact like this, which can be setting / finishing, it's good. It really is good. Let's move on to concealer. I think I've changed my mind on a couple. I bought 6 concealers, okay. And I think I started the year off with the Sephora Best Skin Ever Glow, and I liked this concealer, and I reviewed it, and it's nice. It is nice. The original formula people thought was more matte. I thought it was just kind of in between. This Glow formula is, it is a not heavy coverage. It's very lightweight. I think I bought a shade that's too pale, so I'm not seeing the shade. When you're buying a concealer that's too light and you've got kind of bluish, you're kind of not helping yourself, you know? So I used this the other day and I went, I'm not seeing it. I did the same thing with the Rare Beauty. I bought the Rare Beauty concealer in shade, I'll tell you the shades, so that will help you out. Okay, so this is shade 22, just a little too light. And then I got the 170W in the Rare Beauty, and I was shocked. Did I buy this online? I think I did. I was shocked how it's too light. It's too light. It seems like it would be a great concealer in terms of really full coverage. Probably my favorite concealer to wear that self-sets and is also intended for all over the face is the Sarah Creel Face Flex 2.0. This stuff is phenomenal, and it is not cheap, but it really has a beautiful finish. It's supposed to also be self-setting. If you want, you can powder it too. And I just found it to not be crepey at all on my under eye area, and I used it for spot kind of, you know, all over. I just kind of, instead of foundation, did a very light application of that. I do love the Say Beauty concealer. This Radiant, this is the niacinamide concealer. This is beautiful. And I'm gonna just put this on over what I'm already wearing because I wanna show you how I think that this also is a beautiful all over product. And it adds, because I felt like that Revive powder was a bit too powdery, I feel like this concealer does such a nice job. Like, look at that. Yeah, it feels good. And be warned, I went too dark with this one, so I went back and I got shade 5. And I repurchased, because I had an old one, the Forever Skin Correct. Unless am I thinking of something else? This is such a generous concealer. They have 2N is the shade. This was doing really well on Painted by Spencer's Concealer Showdown. This is phenomenal as well. And then Tower 28, you guys, this is really good. This is really good. I like this better than the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. When I wear them side by side, I can see the difference. This one does a better job neutralizing my dark circles. The Best Skin Ever is very good. It's a very good concealer if you don't have a lot of concealing, but if you really need something to go in and give you more concealment, and then I'll put my glasses on. I know, and I'm going out later tonight, so this will be really interesting. My nose always needs more concealer anyway, so yeah. I like the way that looks. And it's not as radiant as the Say Beauty. This one is called EP, is the shade. This is such a strange one for me. The Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint from Charlotte Tilbury. I reviewed this. It was a mixed bag. It was basically, everyone was talking about, well, this is just Hollywood Flawless Filter, but in solid form. And I think a lot of people love this, and I no doubt find it to be a beautiful product, but for a foundation stick or a skin tint stick that you would wear on its own, it has so much luminosity. The pearl in here is a lot. So I think what makes this beautiful is putting it on either in areas you want extra radiance, if you want to use it in conjunction with like a concealer or another skin tint complexion product to add some coverage or to give some nice glow dynamicness to the skin. I was like, I don't need this for the amount of money. So I have 4 Fair is the shade. So it just, yeah, it was strange. I remember just feeling so mixed about it. Okay, something I used a lot this year that I bought over the summer was the Mario. This is the bronze serum. This stuff is so good. I really love it. This one is both contour and bronzer, and I have shade light. It has a pump that you can pump out the product, and then it has, the pump is also a doe foot. I like this because, and I actually think I'm like halfway through. That's how much I've used it, which, this is my rare beauty, and I actually have something else I'll use with this. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you. So it looks like, this looks kind of dark, and then it really blends out. For me, this shade is the perfect not too gray contour, okay? So if I need a contour, this works, and it's neither gray nor yellow. It kind of just does what it should. And because of the formula, I feel like this is so skin-like, and I know we say that a ton. This year felt like, how many times could we say that? But I do feel that this product has this amazing, you know, sometimes I'll put my makeup on, I'll feel like I'm all done, and then I look and I go, I need something. There's something missing. And I do this, and I just kind of put that everywhere. And I think it really livens up the skin. I think that has been what changes the most, or what has changed the most in 2024. And personally, how I feel about my makeup is I want my makeup to look dynamic on my skin. I don't want to just be flawless, like canceled out. I think that was my 20s. You know, I wanted just sort of matte or covering blemishes. Right now, I don't mind if a little bit of discoloration comes through, or maybe a little bit of the redness around my nose. You know, and I will see like freckles or sort of age spots. But I think what it is do I look more lively and healthy and just kind of radiant, but not radiant. It's like radiant from within. And it sounds so cheesy. And I think we're all really like, this is why we, you know, take our supplements and do our, you know, LED lights. And it's like everything we're doing is that. And so that is what really struck me with this product. The product I missed the mark on was the Say liquid bronzer. I bought the wrong color, and I got Swimmer, and it's just too orange for me. It's too dark. I think the shade that I should have bought was out of stock, so I thought, oh, I can go up one. And it's just a little too much on my skin. It really comes across kind of orange, kind of a little more glaring for me. I think the formula is great. And then I think if this was the right shade, I probably would have loved it. I think it dries down a little more maybe than the Mario. Again, so beautiful, but I can mix it or just, you know, it's fine. I love this Rare Beauty bronze stick. I really do. I think it's a great for Sephora for being affordable. Like instead of getting the Westman Atelier in shade Biscuit, which I do love that too, getting this stick was like so much fun. I really like this stick. If you want like a little bit of bronze action, just kind of, yeah, I like this a lot. So I love it. And Rare Beauty blushes this year, the summer. I love these blushes. And I got Hope and Cheer. And I love them. Look at how cute they are. Hope has like this beautiful duo shift of like pink, mauve, and then this one is just coral. I tried duping them with the Milani Baked Blush and I was so surprised that I just couldn't. Yes, you can find something similar. The Milani blushes and really the same effect. Just in terms of actual shade match, this one was just, it was really hard to match because there's something unique about it. There really, really is. Gotta take a little brush. Some people thought these looked patchy. Some people thought that the luminosity made their texture or their wrinkles, their lines enhanced or emphasized. I didn't. I thought they were just really pretty. And I loved how when I just did a little bit of a, you know, and the way the pearl lays down shows you. Well, there you go. If you go in strong, look at that. Right? I'll show you the Hope. I'll put some Hope on my hand. So here's some Hope. Oh, yeah, this one's a little... Why am I so awkward with my left hand? But you get the idea. Oh, you know what I'm going to put on this side? My other favorite item this year, the Low Light from Danessa Myricks. This is so beautiful. So this is called Low Key. She launched, it's sort of in the balm family of her skin balms. And this one is kind of like a low lighter highlight / blush. And I just thought it was the most gorgeous thing. I wear it both with with my finger or a brush, and I do kind of both. I mean, it was sort of like my bronzer / blush in one, depending on the color scheme I wanted, but you can see how pretty that is. And I loved how it had just this nice, it wasn't matte, it really kind of blurred out the skin. It just had such a beautiful finish. It really did. I love this product. Let's talk lips. Oh my goodness, so much fun. So the winners for the Sephora liners are really good. Love these. I got these in a couple kits this year and they're always so good. I think the shades were, Sephora did really well in their collection. Okay, so this is shade Hot Sauce. And it was actually a little more purple than I thought it would be. And then this is shade Rosewood, which is such a classic dark brown. And I love them both. They're kind of that automatic. So they look like they're going to be sharpened. They're long wear, but they are twist up. I thought the Makeup Forever took their artist color, their pencils, and they made them in a waterproof formula with some of the shades. I have Anywhere Caffeine, and I think that this was remarkable for that velvety long wear, but in a pencil that you sharpen, because that's very innovative to have the wood. And then, yeah, this reminded me a lot of the Maybelline Lifter. Yeah, this was good. This was a good one. And I really like the Say Lip Liner 101. I have shade Flirt. This one is you sharpen. And, you know, it is kind of classic lip pencil. Like, it's not a stiff, hard formula for being a wooden sharpened pencil, but it kind of behaves like a creamy formula that you get in a long wear type. The one that kind of threw me off, and I'm sorry it's refi again, I actually thought this was going to be some kind of amazing thing, and it just didn't work out for me. It was the duo where it has the liner, and then it has the thing you seal. It reminded me of kind of the way, and it's like a dimethicone to put over the liner and then kind of blend it, and then it's supposed to sort of lock it in. I found for me this wore on me very, very dry. It didn't feel comfortable on me, and it didn't do what I kind of had envisioned. Now this soft blur liner, this is amazing. This is shade Stone, and there was this trend going around TikTok where people were lining their lips with bronzer, and they were kind of doing it in this very casual way. And so if you wanted to look like, you know, a supermodel, or somebody had just professionally done your makeup, it had that like, oh, I have a nude liner, but it's not harsh. And I feel like it sort of lines your lips without it looking lined. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I really do think it's cool. You can kind of overline and do a bit of shading and that kind of thing if you want to. So this was nice. I'm actually going to use the Say. I'm going to just kind of line right here, like getting just a little. And then, speaking of Sephora collection, they launched a liquid lip. They reformulated, repackaged it. This is shade 78. They call it the cream lip stain. I like this. I do. It wasn't on my lips as phenomenal as I wanted it to be, because I think there was a lot of buzz on social media, and I think it is a great formula. It wears nicely. It feels comfortable. But I feel like I've also had that result with like a Revlon or a NYX in terms of a liquid lip that does stay well. So, you know, I mean, it's nice. What I thought they really did well with is their new lipsticks. They have a satin formula and they have a matte formula. And the black tubes are the satin, and I have shade 09. I really like this one. It's kind of a rust. And then, okay, so then this is shade, oh, it's right in my hand. Shade 10. And kind of a burnt orange. Well, it's very red. And then I have a bright red 16. Here we go. I love this one. It's like an orange and orange red. And then in the matte shade, in the matte formula, I have shade 2. And it's kind of a nice nude. Look at that. It's kind of mauve. I think I'm going to put this one on. I like that. It's a great formula. And then I gotta talk about my Valentino lipstick. I splurged and I bought the studded lipstick. This is so beautiful. And I got Red Fiesta. This formula is just, it's gorgeous. It really, it's matte, but it feels amazing on the lips. Yeah, it's phenomenal. I think that's all my Sephora purchases. And I know I kind of didn't do a hard rank. I'm sorry. It's like I can't make those decisions. I think it's the ADD in me or something. It's the depression, it's the menopause, it's the something. But yeah, but that was a lot, right? That was a lot. Okay. Anyway, there you go. Thank you so much. I will list them. If you have any questions on shades or formulas, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope 2025 is just tons of fun. We have makeup and amazing times to share and talk about, and we're all safe and well and healthy, and that's my wish. Okay, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.